Hi. Thank you for coming back to watch my video. My name is Anisi. I want to thank all the existing subscribers, and if you have recently stumbled on this channel, thank you and I appreciate your presence here. Today I want to continue with my series on moving to a new city. I want to highlight a few tips that help me with the process, and maybe this might be something you may find valuable and will probably help minimize the headache of moving. So let's start. So if you've moved before, or if you're just in the process of moving for your first time, I am sure you are feeling the stress of it. It can be a very overwhelming process. So I want to give you a few tips that helped me. I had never moved before. I had never prepared for a move before, but I learned along the way, and I am sure that this may help you. So the first tip that I would like to start off with is, if you are moving to a city that you have never been before, or maybe you have already visited, it is still wise to take a trip down to probably check out the neighborhood, check out the area that you plan to stay in, like the neighborhood. And also, while you are there, would be a good idea to set up a few apartment tours, because sometimes you may see an apartment on the computer. As you know, it looks better in picture than in person, so it's a very good idea to schedule a few days where you can visit that city and visit the neighborhood that you want to stay in, just to check out a few apartments and just select. Probably while you're there, you may just find the one that you like, and just make a decision on a specific apartment. But I definitely would not suggest making signing a lease and never seeing the place. It is always better to just go and have a look, if you have the funds for that. My second tip would be to shop around for moving companies, for cost reasons and just for reviews and the type of services that they offer. I remember calling a few. Some were very pricey and some were reasonable, but just make sure that you also check for reviews, their cost, what the breakdown of their cost. And one of the areas I think that you could also save on a moving company is packing your own boxes. This helps a lot. Also, if you have very huge items that may be very heavy and bulky, it may cost you more to ship those than to give it away or sell it in your current state and just replace it when you get to your new city. So this was a very helpful tip for me. I gave away some stuff, I sold some stuff, and it really reduced on the cost of the moving company. But one thing I also think that should be taken into consideration is the tipping the guys who help with the moving company. Their service was so impeccable that I think for the move from my home to my current city, I think I paid about $300 for that move, and then to receive it into the new city, I also paid like $300 on tip, so a total of $600 tip. So I think that taking the tip into your budget is also a very good idea. The third tip that was very important is that make sure you schedule with your current utility company to have all utility service turned off by a certain date. So once you leave your apartment that you are living in currently, all utilities should be turned off by a certain date, so that you don't have to pay for services that you are not using. And also it is very important that you also work with the utility companies from the city that you are moving to ensure that upon arrival all of the services that you need is available. You don't want to get into your home and there's no electricity. And also I think that with the apartments that I shopped around here in the city and in Jacksonville, and the one that I am living in, it was imperative, it was very important that electricity was turned on upon arrival. And you also had to show the, I think, the bill or the connection services that the company emailed you. So it's very important to have that set up before. I think, I'm not sure, but I think that if it's not set up, probably you won't be able to enter the apartment. But it is very important that upon arrival, the day that you move in, you have electricity. The last tip, this tip was one of the most stressful decision for me. Not really the decision, but this was one of the things that really created a lot of headache for me. If you are renting, maybe it would be easier for you. If you are renting, you can probably let your landlord know that you are moving on a certain date, and you can probably live with family for a few weeks if your apartment in the city that you are moving to is not available. But if you own a home and you are selling, this is a little trickier, because sometimes it's difficult to really decide when you're going to close on your current home, because there are so many factors that are beyond your control. So timing your move and when you are closing is very crucial. You are selling your home and want to sell before you move to the current city. So this is something that you may try to really pay close attention to, so that you don't end up being on the streets for a few days, or you don't end up paying a hotel room for extra money because you will not, that you closed too early or you closed too late, and then you have the moving company have your stuff to drop off in your place, and you're not there to receive it. So this is very, very important to bear in mind. It was a huge headache for me selling my home and trying to ensure that I'm in the new city before the moving company comes. That's it. It was short, but I hope you find it valuable. This was some of the major factors that I thought would be essential to share. I hope, like I said, you'll find something valuable and you can apply it in your moving process. Thank you again for always stopping by to watch my videos, and if you like this video, please give it a like, and remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate you always coming by here, and like I said, today is Sunday. I hope you have a very productive week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. I plan to upload a video every Sundays. I want to try to commit to this. So next Sunday I will see you. Enjoy, and here's a toast. Happy week.